Let's go slot posting. Woo! So that second video that I said I would promise to make, unfortunately I can't really do that because I'm stupid and I'm just like the goat at wasting time. However, I do have a little bit more effort put into the slot post here. Like here, I'm just gonna show my reaction to like every major event that happened in the story right now.
You're awake, Harin.
Oh my god! What?
Name. It sounds too weak for me.
No, it's a good name, I swear.
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission.
Oh,
So what did you do?
I get it though. Wait a minute. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my god, that is so cool. What is happening? Why is this so cool? Oh my god, there she is.
Why did you come?
Oh my god.
I haven't forgotten the art of combat.
Oh. Oh my god. Yo. That is so cool. Oh my god. Oh, she's so cool. She's so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. I'm so happy. I am beyond. I am finally here. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, finally. What? What? Hey, and I mean, this is a really good version, okay? Like, there was so much that happened, and I really enjoyed every aspect of it. Maybe not the middle part of the main story, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll talk about it later, because before we get into that, we gotta do the rapid fire Discord plug. So, link in the description, join Glazewood, amazing people, many Glazers, Overwatch videos coming soon, I promise you that much. But I mean here, we gotta talk about the server Glazers, because, you know, they be giving us them stickers to use. So thank you to Alexio, Eric, Matt, GFighter98, Oreo, Echoing, Ellie, Gameheat, Gotaru, Kiro, King Murder, Crate, Omega, The Burner Boy, and Zenless. Low-key, that was the fastest I was able to read this out because, oh jeez. Thank you again. I know it's in a slot post video, I'm so sorry, but unfortunately, this is the best I can do because I just decided to poorly manage all of my time this past week. But yes, all right, let's start talking slop, shall we? If you couldn't tell in, you know, the reaction little reel I had, it was a bit, it was a pretty good version. I love how they decided to just go with Obel Squad because, you know, I think before you add a whole bunch of new characters, you should finish, you know, going through all the characters that are already in your roster first. Like the GOAT, you know, like the Soldier 11, you know, like, come on, man. I'm so glad that happened. I mean, we got an incredible story with Silver Soldier Envy, as well as the introduction of Trigger. And, okay, we'll talk about the Soldier situation as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the voice actor change. I like how she is very emotional with her dialogue when it comes to, you know, all the talking scenes. However, when it comes to the combat lines, no, not really. Like, the amount of soul that you can feel out of a line delivery is just not there with Soldier 11, like, in all cases. With her EX special or her ults, just quick assists and whatnot. It just feels like you lost a certain part of the character, and I'm not much of a fan of it, but I mean, when it comes to delivering lines in the story, it was really good. There was really good emotional delivery in a lot of the scenes, and I mean, that's good and all, but just, I mean, it's unfortunate because the original voice actor, her reasons were valid, honestly, but it's unfortunate, and we just gotta deal with it for now. They might have to redo the lines eventually, because it is combat lines over actual storylines, but like, really just at least have a little bit more effort put into the lines. Like when I hear prepare to burn, I feel like I'm gonna be hit with a fire extinguisher that's like spraying all over the place and not with, you know, a fiery sword. It's just not the greatest. But besides that, I think we should actually talk about the story itself, because there was kind of a lot that went into this version side story, and I am sitting in my hands right now. We probably got some of the coolest looking like trailers for characters in a while. Sanbi's ones were so cool, and especially her 2D animated one. It's actually crazy how we now have learned that she gets to use her electric powers because low tier god just is like, she channels his power, okay? I don't think that's like the best way to put it, but I mean, that was a crazy thing to have in the trailer. We also got to see Soldier 11. It was just so good. When it comes to the story itself, I mean, like, we knew Anby had something up with her because she is insanely strong. something similar to Billy, which we probably will have, you know, a 5-star version of him later on. I mean, he even has like a line. I don't know if I can find the screenshot, but he has a line where it's like, oh, maybe I'll put on my old threads too. And oh, look at that. Maybe just even a simple slight costume change for him could be, you know, either a skin or a 5-star version of him. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, other than that, let's talk about the big point, right? This cutscene with Soldier 11 dual wielding a sword. It's so cool. And then also we learned her name. Oh my. I was like, I mean, you saw the reaction earlier, but I was tweaking out so hard. If I do have a daughter ever in my life, which is we'll see how that goes. I'm naming her Harin, and you'll know exactly why. And I'll probably make a post about it. It's very cringe, I know. But I mean, hey, it's crazy how they just dropped her name like that. As well as Trigger. Also, Trigger. Okay, we gotta get to that after I finish the story section because this character. Oh, man. Okay. I guess we also gotta talk about the main story too, huh? Main story was pretty solid. I think the middle section dragged on a little too long. I didn't like how many additional characters they were like throwing in, like to kind of. There was a lot they had to establish because I mean it's Vivian and Hugo, but at the same time, like the ending part was crazy. I mean, I think I censored it for like spoiler purposes, but I did soy out because you know. When you get hit with a Dio moment, like that's kind of crazy. But I mean, we know he's not gone because he's gonna be playable, so it is what it is. And I mean, it was a cool story. Okay, I like how we're able to go into the hollows now as Belle and Wise, right? That's pretty unique, I guess. But then we don't have, you know, any EOS gameplay, which is pretty tough. It's actually very unfortunate, and it brings a tear to my eye, really. But I mean, they're doing some pretty unique things, especially with the use of switching between Belle as well as the playable characters. And we're just gonna have more improvements to it in the future because this is just like the beginning half. This is super generic, doing the standard puzzles and like finding items. So we'll see what happens in the future. And I mean, in terms of like the big story, I'm pretty sure this is it. We don't have a lot of characters that we need to go back on anymore. So like the idols are probably gonna be in the next version. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember seeing a potential leak where 1.7 is supposed to be the last version for the 1.0 series. But I mean, it would also make sense because there's not much else to establish or like go back on because we've gone through, I think Hugo was just there in the original Lycon story, which I didn't finish. But I mean, besides that, I'm pretty sure we've gone over every character and it's time to introduce some new things. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, outside of story, let's talk about the actual gameplay. I 9-starred this Deadly Assault, which is great because I have Bernice, so it made things a lot easier. And also, I screwed myself over with rolls because Trigger is kind of broken. I did not realize her kit does that. Why is she so strong? And why do I need her Wenjin? Because, like, I troll myself so hard. I probably should have just waited to get Trigger and then try to get her Wenjin. Unfortunately, I got Bernice, and now I have to win a 50-50 to get Trigger and try to get her Wenjin at the same time, which is going to be so rough. Her kit looks really fun, especially from what we got a trial in the actual gameplay sections of, I think, the Sammy quest. I think Aftershocks is a really unique mechanic, and it can work really well with Soldier 11. And I also, you know, just don't have Sanbi, and I'm not the biggest fan of Sanbi's gameplay. It looks really cool, but I just am like, it's just not. However, Trigger looks really fun to use. And also, I don't know how the interaction is going to work because she has auto dodge on her held attack. So like, if that's the case, can't she just like put a whole bunch of damage dealing discs on her and just have her auto dodge everything in the tower? I'm just confused as to how that works because if that's the case, isn't it like the easiest floor 10 million clear ever? I don't know. I'm not an expert in this, but she looks really cool. And I think if you're able to, Alexia was telling me earlier, you can do like over 100 or like 100% Def Shred with Miyabi, I think, and Trigger combined together. I don't know why you can do this, but hooray, we're doing this before I think HSR was able to do this. I forgot when you could do this in Star Rail, but I think it was pretty recently with a Link shit you won, if I recall. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff happening, okay? Very bad slot post, I know. I will be trying to get Trigger, and if I do get her, I'll be very happy. The second half of this version is literally like in a few days, so we'll see how that goes. This is gonna be my last semester as well for university, so uploads will be pretty infrequent. I hope I can try and keep up. I'm gonna make the Overwatch video, which is gonna be a lot longer in terms of like duration, and also it's gonna be different content. So I do hope that you guys will enjoy that one because it's gonna be a lot more structured and probably the gameplay will be a lot better as well. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. Very brief slot post. I'm so sorry you guys get another slot post. It's unfortunate, but we will be back later on with a more organized video, and I hope you guys enjoy that. If you guys made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe join the server as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's very brief. Yeah, take care. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.